Hello and welcome back to the Call of Duty Championships presented by Xbox. It's time for map number 3. I am Brycey and joining me is Mr. X.
How's it going? This map is going to be Warhawk on Blitz. And, this is a map that definitely plays for SB's favor. They're going to have at least one AR, maybe two. And, it's just a pretty even map for them. 3 lanes, pretty symmetrical. Long alleyways you see over by the American side, then over on Tin side, another long alleyway, and of course the mid street. And those are lanes that, Saints and Dito can just pick you off at long range.
So this map for me is all about the sneaking. This map is probably the most sneakiest Blitz map there is. It's just you just find so many more sneaks on this map than you will any other one. And it's just simply because of how the flags are. There's a lot of cover there. They're quite near buildings. You can get to them fairly easily. And, the spawns, if you can push them out right, you can just sort of sneak through.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the one thing you really want to focus on is you want to spawn the opposing team and the other teams a lot.
Yep.
So that's if you're attacking the Gina side. You want to spawn them in that right lot. You want to get a guy right on top of that 18-wheeler with an AR. Probably watch
Push
that back
right
cafe.
The street,
yeah. And then, if you're on the flip side, you want to get them spawning in that lot by the semi. You want to be on the right past American, just over that truck. An AR, a head glitch. You can just cause chaos over there.
So, and you know what? It's very difficult to do, but when you do it, you can relay maybe even up to 3 times if you're lucky. But like I said, that can happen, but for me, you just see so many sneaking people on this map.
Yeah, you see a lot of people, they'll just let other players walk by, call them out, and then be able to get sneak caps on this map. But, you never really build a good lead when you're just trying to sneak for caps, Sometimes you let those players go past, so you don't get a cap, they get a cap, so it has its positives and its negatives.
It certainly does, and it will. Like I said, it's going to be Warhawk Blitz. We're just trying to get into the game right now as we just jump on board. And struggling to get actually into it at the moment, but we're going to continue on with these two teams. I think it's going to be a 3-0, if I'm honest here.
Yeah.
On the respawn, strictly just look miles ahead of the South African team.
Yeah, I'm going to say I completely agree with you. I think it's going to be a 3-0. I really, it's really just about the slaying of strictly business on this Blitz. I think they're really going to ramp up the pace, and I don't know if Rize is going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, I agree with you there, actually. I do think Strictly Business will kind of just take this one down. They're going to be same pumped as they were the domination. Apathy's going to go huge. Saints is going to do work. It's going to be very, very difficult for any of this Team Rise to really even, win a gunfight, in my opinion. Just simply because the slaying power of SB is so high that no matter what they do, they're going to start, streaks of kills.
Yeah, we saw that on the Strike Zone Domination, that close quarters, that fast-paced gameplay. Rize really wasn't able to slay with SB. They really weren't able to really get anything going at all. And, I think Blitz is going to lead to the same type of situation. Yeah,
I completely agree with you there. I'm going to go out there and say it's probably going to be about 12-4 in favour of SB. I'm going to go that accurate with my prediction. I just feel like I think Rize will do fairly well if they can get the trades in and try to get some map control.
Yeah,
might be able to slow SB down. I've got a feeling SB are so confident right now they're just going to go hard, fast, and get in close, really mix it up, and that's their biggest strength.
I'm going to say it's going to be 13-6.
Okay.
Favor of SB. Why not?
Well, we're being very specific with our predictions
at
the moment.
Very specific, yeah.
And now the game is starting out once again. We're going to these two. We'll probably start off with SB, and I want to start off with Apathy for obvious reasons.
Yeah, like I was saying before, I think he was probably the most underrated player in Call of Duty. I think he, in my opinion, he was the MVP of regionals. Whenever they needed a clutch kill, whether it was in Blitz to get a goal or whether it was Dom, to save flags, he always got those kills. And I think that's what really gave them that advantage over all these other teams.
Well, there we go. We have managed to spawn in now. And let's start on board with Apathy first of all. There we go. He spawned in. And he's going to be running the MTAR. Just a quick look at the classes as usual. All MTAR. And look at this. Double AR actually for Rize.
So, I actually like this play out of SB. They're really just going to force tons of gunfights. We see a lot of teams doing this more on Blitz, on all the game modes.
Well,
on all the
changed.
maps.
He changed last second.
Oh, what does he have now?
He has a R5.
Okay.
He's going to be using the Remington here. It looks like he's going for a little bit of denial first of all. Then they changed their mind just a little bit and just trying to put some bullets down. Oh, I just managed to pick up the kill. And look at that kill feed straight away. AJ, the last one alive to try and defend. He's trying to straight there. Gaz managed to get it. Desperately trying to hold on for his team to respawn in. Good. They got a good respawn there. Sensor actually the last one alive. Can he try and do something here? He's 2-0.
Yeah, and Sensor's at a great spot to make a play right here, and he's going to get that first cap of the game for Strictly Business. So you see him and Apathy on your scoreboard. Apathy was 4-1, Sensor 2-0. the 3-point streak. I mean, this is definitely a great start if you're a Strictly Business fan.
It is, and look at this. Rize is just defending at the moment. Look at that, he just comes straight out and takes him down. And not able to do anything, but Senta going once again through. He's 3-0 with one capture. He's going to get another one.
Yeah, and he's going to have another cap, playing extremely cautious, looking in that bottom Gina area, see if there's another player. But, he's spawning in that lot, and that's exactly where you don't want to spawn.
There we go. Saints just cleaning house at the moment. There's one more left, but he gets taken down. And now they're going to push out once again as Rize go on the defensive. And they're very slow to push out here.
Yeah, and I think Rize, they need to be aware that Strictly Business is running 4 subs at this point. I think you need to put away the 2 ARs. You're not going to be able to get caps and play at the same speed as Strictly Business. It's really going to come back to hurt you.
So there's now Apathy going to go through. Oh, he actually decides to back off here. He's going to wait for his teammates to come in for the pick. Who's that once again? It's Saints going to come in through the 18-wheeler. Apathy coming up. There's no one gone down on top. Can we see another one there? He takes him down at the same time. One more left to try and defend, but it doesn't matter. Apathy is going in. And they have got another one. It's now 3-0 in favour of Strictly Business.
Yeah, you see Rize on your mini-map. They're really not even crossing, the 50-yard line, I like to call it, of the middle of the map. But they're still not getting any. They're still giving up caps. They're not getting anything, obviously. But, right now you see 2 players. They're going to push up in that lot area. But, that's definitely not where you want to push because it's easy to defend.
Well, Dominate now coming in trying to do this one. Doesn't manage to do it. Dito gets a 2-piece to shut them down. Now on board with Mance. He goes down. Putski, last one left. They are now spawning in a horrible position to try and go back and defend. But Putski's going to push forward. He's going to cause a little bit of issues here. They're going to have to go back and find him. Sensor is tracking back. Oh, they've got him. Too late. And now Saints is going to come in, picks up that kill. One more to his right. He's going to take that one down as well. Saints, oh my goodness, as he goes in 5-0.
I mean, when Saints joined Optic a few months ago, everyone was heralding him as one of the better players in the game. And when he went back to Strictly Business, a lot of that died out. A lot of that talk died out. But, I mean, you have to consider this guy one of the best players in the world. He's definitely in the top 5 or 6 players in the world. I mean, he is unbelievable.
Dito on top of 18-wheeler, and what he's doing here is pushing the spawn out. And he's going to try and allow his team to relay, so he's going to allow his teammate put it. Oh, he's going to go for himself. Doesn't manage to get it. His teammate going in as Mance actually picked up a 2-piece to stop it. And they held on to that one by their fingertips. But look at that. Oh, my goodness. Look at that sneak coming in by Saints. Walks it in. All that hard work defending from Mance just went to nothing.
Yeah, Rize just needs to be a little more aware of the spawns. You see Saints with a ridiculous cross-map MTAR on Rize and AJ. But, they need to be more aware of the spawns. When they realized that they were spawning far right behind the 18-wheeler, they needed to realize that there was probably a player pushing Cafe. And, they never turned around and picked them up.
Didn't sense up. Just get another one. 8-0 now to the Strictly Business team. 1 minute 32 left on this side. And they're just continuing to run free. Dito goes down, and it's going to be up to Sensor pushing forward once again. He's got 4 captures.
Yeah, and with the way that Rize is playing Strictly Business, they really only need to win 1 gun battle, and then they have these caps pretty much cemented. Sensor
don't
winning
do it,
that
Sensor. Don't do it.
Oof. That was really close.
That was very, very
that
close.
one out.
They push it once again. Like I said, Rize is just not getting anywhere on this map at the moment.
Yeah, no, they're getting no map control, Bryce. You're 100% correct that they're just kind of sitting back on their side of the map, and I mean, Apathy how absurd is that?
That was ridiculous. How on earth did he know that guy was there? It was just looked so casual. And now Apathy pushing forward once again. He's trying to get on the 18-wheeler control, but his teammate has gone in anyway, so now he can now hold for 10 seconds. Gets one. His teammate comes in at the same time, picks up another. It's Saints going in. Saints picks up 2, and they're just now going to try and relay this for days.
Yeah, and I mean, you see Dito, he's able to pick up a guy off spawn in that cafe, and they know they're spawning in that cafe, and that is not good for the Rize squad.
Going to be one left, and it looks like Saints is going to know that he's in this area. Oh, look at that. The rotation back, holding it down as well as they got that many. Dito's weak as we jump back on board with him. It's 11-1.
Yeah, well, we were almost right for our predictions if it was just the first half.
Yeah, well, that will probably blow our predictions completely out of the water unless Rize can turn it on side 2. But Dito now going to come out. There's going to be a little bit of a pinch here as both players trying to get, and does manage to get it anyway. How on earth did he make it into that one? There's not going to be able to reset in time. It'll be 12-1 going into the second half.
Yeah.
Strictly Business kind of set the tone.
Rize played extremely defensive. I mean, they needed to play a little more aggressive and actually just push out of their base. You saw them a lot of the times when we would go to their screens, they'd be just sitting in their base L-triggering, just waiting, and really couldn't get anything going on the offensive.
I think the key point was sitting in their base L-triggering and then still losing the gunfight.
Right. Yeah, even then, well, in this game, you move so fast with perks like agility and marathon that, you're better off running and gunning.
So now there we go. AJ trying to put some shots down as we jump on board with him. watch a little bit more of this team this time around as he goes down. Now under dominate. The last one alive, as you can actually see, Strictly Business come rushing forward, trying to get some map control now. Looks like they're going to wait for another wave of kills before they push in, though.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, and that's a smart play. You know, sometimes a lot of teams, they get too aggressive right off the bat. They kill 3, they run in, and, you know, they don't keep a good track of the spawn system. You know, when you run in, those 5 seconds, it's going to count down. You're going to get guys in good spots right off of spawn. So I like the way that Strictly Business played this.
Saints gets 2.
That was
just crawls
huge play from Saints. I mean, that's the exact spawn trap that you want to get them in. You want to spawn them in that lot and either force them to rotate back to their flag right here where Apathy can just watch, or you want to push them towards the American side of the map where, you know, you can put an AR or a submachine gun and just dominate.
Apathy picking up another one. He's now waiting for the reset. 4 seconds left. And you know what? He's actually moved back there, I think, just so he can make sure the spawn keeps staying where it is.
Yeah, actually what he was trying to do right there is just make sure that it was going to be the constant spawn, because he looked at a possible spawn. So when you look at a spawn, you obviously cannot spawn there as the opposing team. So he's ensuring that spawn happen.
They did now. Apathy pushing forward once again. There's going to be someone behind him, not able to pick that one up. But it is currently 16-1. Big score from Strictly Business here against Team Rize Z8. And it looks like they've pretty much got this in the bag.
Yeah, and you know, one of the new, I would say, kind of meta game that we're seeing on Ghost is that a lot of teams are running 4 subs on most of these maps. And you saw Rize, they came out with 2 ARs, SB came out with 4 subs. And, you know, the ARs couldn't really do anything because, you know, you're running the subs with the Marathon and Agility and probably Steady Aim, and they're constantly in your face that, you know, the ARs, you're forced to play so much defense, and, I mean, Dito just, that's not very nice.
Actually lost the first bullet. He got the first bullet in him before he even started shooting. Still won the gunfight. AJ now coming forward. He's dying as well. It's now 17-1. And just look at the scores they're putting up. Dito is 20-10. Saints is 23-10. Apathy's 24-8.
Yeah. I mean, they're just winning most of their gun battles. But, you know, the way you see this map positioning, Bryce, is that, you know, they're always in better position, fighting out of a better position. That, you know, Rize is really fighting at a disadvantage, and I think it's because of just the speed of their playing the game.
Look at this, Dito's still going back to make sure that he can filter out properly, to make sure he's clear before he pushes.
Yeah.
He does actually lose that. When he gets one, he gets taken down in reply. And you can see, look at them, they're filtering back. They are so far in the lead, they don't need to do anything but attack, but they're still denying every single time for them to get in.
Yeah, but, you know, that's the right play. You don't want to get into a bad habit of just, you know, running in there and just trying to just cap and whatever. You know, you want to really just establish good habits because, you know, a lot of the stuff on this is going to carry over into bracket play.
Yeah. And in fairness, as I said, you want to get this good. It's good practice as well. Just putting the hood down, getting warm, making sure you're in a comfortable position going forward. It's all about confidence. And that is exactly what SB are trying to just hammer down now. 19-1 is the current score, and there's still just under 2 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, they're just completely dominating right now. They're just coming out. I mean, 19-1 is a pretty absurd score, regardless of who you're playing against, you know. And you were right, Brycey. Their rotations have been pretty much on point. Even on strike zone domination, they look perfect.
They certainly did. Aberdeen looks like he's going to try and score another one. 3 seconds left to go. Nobody's going to challenge him, and he should be able to get that in. It's going to be 21-1, but they are still defending.
We were a little off. Yeah, they're still playing defense, though, Rize guys. You know, they need to just give up on defense and just pull out those subs, and they just got to force gunfights. Right now, they're just waiting, and, you know, SB is just running in circles.
This game has been over for a while here, but SB don't seem to be letting up. Look at them push forward again. There is a player here. Can Pupsky now finally get in? He has got a clean base. Is anybody going to spawn in time? I don't think they are. He should be able to get one in, and he does. There we go.
There we go.
21-2.
Yeah, and I mean, that was a very good play. You know, he knew that the base was probably going to be clear. You know, you had at least 2 or 3 other players on the right side of the map that your teammates most likely called out that you could pretty much judge that there's going to be nobody there.
Oh, Sensor picking up 2 there as well. Does eventually go down, cleaning house there. Let's jump on board with Apathy. He comes around, picks up 1. There are 2 more here if he wants to try and get in. He actually decides to bug out. He'll play around the corner here, and it takes him down anyway. His teammates now coming to back him up at the same time. Apathy is going to drop a 30 bomb if he can get another kill.
I mean, Apathy has gone in this whole series. I mean, he is just phenomenal. I mean, he's a player who can do it all. He's a little bit like
streak at the moment.
Yeah, he's like a Theory or an Ace. You know, somebody who can run an AR, run a submachine gun. They can slay. They can do OBJ work. I mean, he is just so underrated.
He certainly is. Now we go, continuing to push forward. He's just on a huge 31. Saints also 30. This is a very big scoreboard from these guys. Dito 28-17. Saints also 24-11 with 10 captures. Aberdeen 31-10 with 8 captures. It's not really gone the way of Team Rize at all.
No, yeah. I mean, that was a very dominating series from Strictly Business. I mean, you saw why they were the U.S. champions. I mean, in the slaying department, they are just phenomenal. And then Search and Destroy, they all have players who can come up with big plays, getting those 2 pieces, 3 pieces they need to win, and, coming up with just good strategies.
Yeah, they are. There we go. Strictly Business 3-0, Team Rize.za. And that's going to be a great start for them going into this tournament. It was 23-2 at the end of that one. That might be the highest score of the weekend. Could very well be.
Probably will be.
Yeah, it probably will be. So there we go. There should be another game coming up very shortly on Delta, but we'll see you after the break.